Members of this committee, I stand before you or sit before you today with House Bill 2056 as amended, is now called P2D2, which stands for the Prescription Pill and Drug Disposal. This has been a work between two different school districts, Antioch Township High School, Community High School in my hometown of Antioch, and the Pontiac High School in Pontiac, Illinois. And I have with me today Michael Hill, who is a junior at Antioch High School right here. I have Steve Rose, an advisor at Antioch High School. And I have Paul Ritter, and we're very honored to have Paul Ritter as a member of this because last week he was named the National Environmental Teacher of the Year. So we're very honored to have him. And Madam Chairman, if you would allow, Michael Hill was the person that brought this to my attention at Antioch High School, and I would like to have him tell you how this all works and how it came about.
My name is Michael Hall, and I'm with the Antioch Community High School. I'm a junior there. I'm in the environmental club, and that's how I came across this program. And I came across this program, and from a number of different reasons. It was brought up as a topic, and I looked at and saw how teenagers were abusing prescription medications, and it's a big deal because people think it's safe, but it's not. And when people found out that their kids were abusing these drugs, they decided to get rid of them, and they did so by flushing them down the drain. And what that does is that releases the medications into our water system through the groundwater and into our rivers. And it ends up in our drinking water and the waterways in our state and throughout the country, and can have negative effects on the environment and us. And so I was going through with the environmental club looking for different programs and found the P2D2 program, or the Prescription Pill Drug Disposal Program. And this one was different from all the rest because it uses a safer green way of incinerating the drugs instead of just trying to protect them and still pitching them or flushing them down the drain where people can still get their hands on them or they can still contaminate. We went through numerous different presentations of this, like the school board, different police departments, and all of them were very enthusiastic about it, except on one issue, and that was the cost. So to deal with that, we talked to our legislator, Joanne Osmond, and she took this program very enthusiastically and really helped us with this to get this through and have the finances to do this program with this amendment that we have. And so with this is going to be something that we've really been pushing for. And with the funding, we can have everybody on board for sure, and that we have the police, but their only issue was the cost of the incineration and the transportation. And with the amendment, we proposed that through the drug bust for illegal drug handling, that some of that money with the courts go towards this program.
Just to clarify that, there's a $20 court cost attached to every drug arrest, and that would be sent to a fund so that the police departments who are handling the collection of this would be able to get back their cost of incineration. So, and they could also match it, not to exceed the cost of incineration for their I don't want to say fee, but their cost of collecting and taking it to incineration.
I wish all of our presentations were so well done. Michael Hill, your parents must be very proud. You presented one of the most concise, best testimonies I've ever heard here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My name is Paul Ritter. I'm a high school science teacher in Pontiac, Illinois. My students are the developers of the original P2D2 program, which is spread across the nation. What we have found is that people in America want to do the right thing for the right reason, but have not been given the tools by anyone. We've been across the land, speaking to everybody, and being told to put pharmaceuticals either in the garbage, which Pontiac happens to hold a distinction of being the home and birthplace of the #2 largest landfill in the nation. Also having it in our water supply. So what we've come up with is an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And the P2D2 program addresses that.
Also consider, if you would, the kids who are a part of that, the drug war you mentioned, the more minority side. Those might also be the ones that are more helped by this as well, because this gives them an outlet to get rid of drugs. I would imagine not every single student who has drugs necessarily wants to use them. And if we had an easy way for them to get rid of those materials, that might also help to, help them out.
I agree.
I do want to mention that we did have a witness slip of opposition. Dave Walters from the Bureau of Land of the Illinois EPA is an opponent.
We want to wholeheartedly embrace this bill. We just want to make sure that anything collected is burned at a permitted facility and not in a burn barrel out behind some police
In a permitted facility.
In a permitted facility,
okay,
yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Seeing no one else seeking recognition, the clerk will continue the roll.
May,
Yes.
Santee, Flowers, Fortner, Gable, Jacobson, Mussman, Neckridge, Pritchard, Rose, Roth, Tracy, Tryon, Williams.
By a vote of 13 voting yes, none voting no, and 1 voting present, House Bill 2056, as amended, is favorably reported to the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chairman, and all members of this committee.
Thank you.